Hello, welcome to Crystal Seed Tarot. This is your Sagittarius season reading. So, Sagittarius, it's a weird one. And I say that married to a Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and I believe Sagittarius is kind of like the least fiery of the fire signs. And part of the reason I say that is because the first four astrological signs are the most intense of their element. So Aries is the most intense fire, Taurus is the most intense earth, Gemini is the most intense air, and Cancer is the most intense water. And I myself am a triple Cancer, so yeah, I'm a very intense water sign. And after that, Leo would be the next fiery fire sign. And then after that, Sagittarius is the last fire sign. So Sagittarius is, I feel like, the least fiery of the fire signs. And that's probably why my husband and I work, because I'm a very intense water, but he's a very chill fire. So we're able to get along just fine. So Sagittarius, I feel like Sagittarius is kind of like the wild card of the astrological calendar. And I have, my husband's a Sag, my best friend cousin is a Sag. I've known many different Sagittariuses in my life, and I couldn't tell you what any of them have in common. But I do feel like they all have this kind of wild card energy. So let's just pull some cards and see what this Sagittarius season is about. Adventure, that's another word that I was looking for with Sagittarius. They like adventures. They like to not be bored. They like to not be stagnant. They like to go and do stuff. They like to have things that tickle their fancy. All of these things are definitely things I could see in common with the Sag people that I know, but all demonstrated in very different ways. So let's see, what is it that we are going to have some adventure with this Sag season? Where are we exploring? What are we learning in this Sag season? What are we developing? What are we putting that fire energy into? So let me just give this another shuffle here. Okay. Okay, this is very interesting. Give me just a moment here. Okay, I'm going to flip this around so it's facing you. Okay, so this is past, present, future. And this is very interesting because both Page and Ace are kind of that new chapter energy. Ace is obviously a new chapter, but if you have that 1 through 10 is kind of a full chapter of life. Page would be the 11. Page would be the new chapter that comes after that 10. So in the past, we have Page of Pentacles reversed. So Pentacles are the element of earth. So that's going to be everything in physical life. So job, money, home, people, places, things. Can also be health, can also be body. All of the real life stuff. All of the physical world stuff. And Page of Pentacles reversed. So Pages can be message bringers, and I would say upright Page of Pentacles would be a message about going and doing something in the physical world. So Page of Pentacles upright is going to be that aspect of going and doing something in the physical world, having that invitation to go do something in the physical world somehow. But Page of Pentacles reversed is kind of an invitation to not go do stuff in the physical world. So it's very interesting because I'm about to have a very down time. I'm going to have a surgery soon, and I definitely relate to this because, for as much about exploration, travel, adventure, and those Sagittarius kind of qualities, I believe what's happening in this Sagittarius season for a lot of us is going to be going on an adventure inside ourselves, not actually going anywhere. So it's kind of the exploration that we're going to do is going to be within, not out in the real world. So Page of Pentacles reverse this can also say that in the past you got some messages that were maybe negative about the physical world somehow. So this could be having troubles with money, having troubles with job, maybe needing a job. Maybe you got laid off in the past with this Page of Pentacles reversed. For me, Page of Pentacles reversed would be got messages about health, need a surgery out of it, you know? So these are the kind of want kind of aspects of a reversed card here. So instead of getting this invitation to go do something in the physical world, it's kind of that we're not going and doing something in the physical world. And that's already been established here in the past. In the present, we have Ace of Wands reversed. And Ace of Wands, again, Ace is going to be that beginning, that new chapter element. And Wands are fire. So very appropriate for Sag season. But fire is that spirit, will, pure energy, belief in yourself, being in touch with yourself on a spiritual level, understanding your energy, understanding what your energy needs. And Ace of Wands upright, it would be like, yes, I'm starting a new chapter and doing things that I want to do with my fire energy. I'm interested in such and such. I'm going to go on this adventure. I'm going to develop this, whatever. But Ace of Wands reversed is kind of like, I have gotten burned out. So, you know, this is not just about a new beginning. Number one is also about number one. It's about myself. It's about me, myself, and I, right? So this is saying I'm not putting myself out there and going and doing something. I'm going within into myself. I'm going within into my energy. And maybe I don't have a lot of energy right now. Maybe my energy is being extra taxed right now. So I don't have the same kind of energy to go do and be all these things, go on these outward adventures. We're going on an inward adventure in this Sag season is what it feels like. So I guess one of the things that also really complements this idea or this reading is that our last card is number one. It's our only upright card. So we have some stuff that we've been working on and we're going to get to a good place with it here in the future. But we end with the Hanged Man. And this is awesome because the Hanged Man is suspended. He's suspended in air, right? He's hanging upside down from this tree. And there's some aspect of us being suspended right now. So we're not going and doing a bunch of things, which is kind of an interesting spin on Sagittarius energy because they are all about adventure, travel, exploration, all of these things. I got to keep myself interested in stuff. But the Hanged Man is about shifting perspective. And this is a card that is a lot about like meditative aspects. This guy in this card is hanging upside down so that he can literally look at the world differently from a new vantage point. So this is about shifting perspectives. It's about gaining some kind of spiritual enlightenment. You've got this beautiful light ring around his head here. So it's kind of about inner wisdom. It's about reaching new aspects of ourselves deep down and looking at the world differently, looking at how we operate our energy differently. And maybe we don't need to operate our energy in this go, do kind of way so much anymore. Maybe right now we're supposed to learn how to chill. Maybe right now we're supposed to learn how to go within and get that same fulfillment that's not just coming from outside aspects or going and doing 10 million things all the time. This reading says, no, don't go do anything. No, don't go do anything. Chill. And Hangman, he connects to Buddha, who sat under the tree to reach enlightenment. It also connects to Odin in Nordic mythology, who hanged upside down from the world tree to literally look at the world differently and also gain some kind of spiritual wisdom, gain some kind of enlightenment. And one aspect that I love too about Hanged Man is, you know, we have a wand here and we know wands are that fire. So your spirit, will, energy, what fires you up. And Hanged Man is basically like, he's hanging from a huge wand, right? Like it looks like he's hanging from basically a gigantic wand. So this is about shifting perspectives on what we're doing with that energy and suspending ourselves for this period, for this chapter, this Sag season. We're getting suspended. We're getting our feet nailed to the ground somehow to learn that we don't have to go do all of this stuff. We don't have to go do something constantly to be fulfilled or to get that sense of adventure and that sense of freedom. We can also reach new levels of freedom and adventure and understanding things about our own spirit and our own energy by going within. And I believe for a lot of us, and myself included, it's hard not to go and do all these things. And it's really hard to like just sit down and chill out and not go do 10 million things. But that's the message we're getting this Sag season. That's what we need to learn. And we're getting the opportunity to do that in various ways. So whether you're having a surgery like me, or you got laid off and you don't have a lot of messages of work coming in, these are all aspects where we're being told not to go do stuff. And it's time to focus on our energy in a more positive way that's healthy for us. We're not just here to expend and give our energy. We also have to use that energy to make ourselves feel good, or to just even listen to our energy. Do I actually have the energy to go do such and such? It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you need to just sit down and chill out. But sometimes we have to like give ourselves permission to do that. And when we don't give ourselves permission to do that, the universe will do it for us. The universe will come along and say, I'm going to give you a message of not going and doing things in the physical world. I'm going to give you a message about going within to yourself, going within to that number one aspect of yourself, rather than putting yourself out in the world, which would be this card upright. We're going within to our spirit. And we're getting more in touch with our own energy and having a better understanding of our own energy and what we need on an energetic level. So that sense of travel and adventure and fulfillment and having stuff to be interested in and whatnot, all of that is going to come within. It is time to go inside ourselves. It is time to get in touch with ourselves in a very new way that we wouldn't get this opportunity if we had these other cards upright, because if we had these other cards upright, we'd be getting invitations to go out into the physical world. We'd be putting ourselves out there in some way, but that's not what's happening. These cards are reversed. So the point is to learn from having this process, to learn things about ourselves, to get in touch with ourselves in a new way, and to have some kind of shift in our perspective, in our enlightenment, in our understanding of ourselves and how we operate in the world. We've got to change gears somehow. It's time to have a reset. So, and a beautiful time to have a reset, because we're at the end of the year here. So yes, let's figure this out, and then we can carry brand new energy into the next year, where we aren't constantly going and doing things necessarily or getting burned out in some way. We are going to go within and have a better respect for our energy, a better understanding of what we need. And what we need right now is some downtime. So if that makes you uncomfortable, I understand totally. But I'm in the same boat. So we will get through this together, but individually, right? So I encourage us all to lean into this Hanged Man. It's time to meditate. It's time to chill. It's time to not seek outward. It's time to seek inward. Okay? So I hope that helps you this Sag season, and happy birthday to all the Sagittarius out there. And all right, until next time, bye-bye.